Let's go, let's go, let's go. It is a Sunday morning, man. We are here. Thank God for another day. Before I dive into the topic, something I want to say, to all the something I want to say. First of all, I want to send a special thank out. I want to send a special thanks to the LSU Tigers. Thank you guys for sucking it up yesterday. Um, Giving Alabama hope to get back in the college football playoff scenery, man. That's the last thing I want to see. Tired of Alabama being the champ, being in playoffs. Uh, what's going on, Sean? Everybody else handled their business. Michigan handled their business. Georgia handled their business. USC handled their business. Um, Ohio State, they lost to Michigan, but in my opinion, first of all, I think the college football playoff is stupid, right? Because what they gonna do? They gonna knock Ohio State all the way down to like 6 or 7 or something like that. And in my opinion, I still think that they're a top four team in the country. You know what I'm saying? If you was watching that game, you would see that the game was actually closer until like the last 7 minutes. It just got crazy. Michigan just ran away with it. You know what I mean? So I still think that they're a top four team in the country. I just don't understand the system, man. A team lose one game and all of a sudden they're number 10 in the country. I think that's stupid, man. I don't care what happens. I just do not want to see. I don't want to see Alabama in the playoff. And what's going to happen next week or whenever championship week come around, that's how I think Alabama's going to slide in there. Because if you have one of these teams loses in a championship game, that's it, man. Alabama's in there. In my opinion, I think the top four teams in the country right now, in my opinion, this is just my opinion. Number one, Georgia, they should not be punished because Michigan beat Ohio State. I still think they're the number one team in the country. Number two, Michigan. Um, yeah, they're the number two team in the country, in my opinion. Number three, I go with I'm going with number three, I'm going with Ohio State. I know they just lost, but in my opinion, they're still top four in my book. And number four, USC. And to me, TCU ain't played nobody, so I don't even want to hear it. But just that's just my opinion. My opinion don't mean nothing. Now let's dive into the topic, guys. Let's dive into the topic. Now today I want to talk about something serious, man, that goes on in food service. And I know a lot of supervisors and a lot of managers, they see it, but they tend to overlook it because they don't think too deep when it comes to stuff like this, right? But let's take this all the way back to when the driver is getting interviewed, right? When you're getting interviewed for the job, you look like this perfect gentleman that's going to come to work, perfect attitude, do what you got to do. 9 out of 10 times, that's why you get hired, right? Now, most of the times when that happens after the interview and drivers get hired, majority of the drivers they bring whatever they said they was gonna bring, right? But then you have the remaining few. They just switch. They just switched. This calm driver that was in training, asking all the questions, want to do the right thing, want the cases, wants the stops, want to make money. That driver changes, right? Now, I'm gonna show you guys how this is a ripple effect and why supervisors should put a stoppage to this. And this is gonna be a serious video. I'm gonna break it down to you guys, right? What happened is after a while, particular driver, they get a little too comfortable, right? They start complaining about the work, complaining about the cases, complaining about the start time, complaining about the stops, complaining about the trucks, complaining about every single thing. Negative energy rubs off people. It is a ripple effect because when you have that driver in the driver's room in the morning, and this is fact, this is not no made up thing that I'm talking about right now. You know, I consider myself still kind of new at Cheney, so I'm not very outspoken when I see things. I kind of tend to keep it to myself. I was a little bit more vocal when I was at US Food, but right now I'm just staying in my lane. But this is fact. I see it with my own eyes. I see drivers crying, not drivers. Let me take back that S. I seen a driver crying multiple times for 600 cases, crying and complaining. Now, I'm gonna tell you what this does, right? You got to understand that whenever you have a driver that brings that energy, who's sitting down and watching that driver? Who's sitting down on the table and watching that driver? I'm not talking about the veterans. I'm not talking about guys that been there a year or 2 years or a couple months or whatever. What about the new drivers? What are they thinking? Think about the new drivers for a second, right? If they're sitting there and they're observing this, 9 out of 10 times they're gonna think it's okay. It is okay to complain. Is it okay not to take the truck out until I get help? They think that's okay, and that's where the ripple effect starts. Because let's just say we got like 4 or 5 drivers sitting down at a table, right? That negative energy might rubs off on one, and that's where the ripple effect gonna continue, and it's gonna continue to go down, and that's where the stuff comes from, man. And I think every food service companies they need to get a grip on the negative energy, man. And negative energy, man, it comes from every single shape, forms, positions. Like, let me tell you something, guys. We get up early to come in the morning. We get up early in the morning to go to work, right? 2, 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning, stuff like that. You think we want to come to work with negativity? Yeah, it definitely turned into a chain reaction. You think we want to come to work to that negativity? Even the companies out there, if you know you have a negative manager, a negative supervisor that's working in the morning or open in the morning, do you think that's good for the drivers? Like, do you? I noticed this, right? Because I know this thing. They hired a new kitchen manager, right? And this one guy changed the mood of everybody in that kitchen. I observe him. He have no respect for his employees. He talked to people any type of way. Cedric, what's popping? He talked to people any type of way. And he's just nasty. And he tried me one time, but I checked him. Right? I remember I made a delivery. I don't know if I talked about this before. I made a delivery and he said some slick shit like no type of pleasantry, like, oh, I ain't gonna be able to check you until my his lunch rush is over with. So he telling me I've been delivering there for the longest, but he telling me basically that he want me to sit there for like a half an hour to an hour. So I went to the his manager. I'm like, how you doing? What's up with your worker? Like, what's going on with him? I did something to him. Why he coming at me like that? And she was like, a lot of people been complaining about him. We're gonna have to have a meeting with him and tell him to calm that down. So my thing is, I didn't even go back and forth with him. I don't got time for the I don't got time for the foolery. You know what I'm saying? Because what happens is some of these guys, they know that if they see you in the streets, they will not talk to you like that. But because you're in a uniform and they know that we cannot pick up the hand truck and hit them in the head with it because we'll get fired, they think that they can talk to us like that. So me staying professional, I just went to his manager. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna sit there and cry and make phone calls and call Cheney and be like, oh, this guy talking to me sometime. I don't got time for that. I don't got time for the I go straight to the source. I don't got time for the middle person. You know what I mean? So what I'm trying to tell you guys, and all supervisors, man, I think they need to get a grip on this negative energy, man. It's gonna rub off on the new drivers. Cause what happened is, right? This is what happened, and drivers are watching. Drivers are watching. Drivers are observing, right? You got a driver, right, that's complaining about 600 cases, 700 cases, right? But then you have drivers with routes with 500 cases that's saying to themselves like, "Damn, I wish I could get that amount of cases." But then you put it in a driver's hands that's crying and complaining about it. You gotta understand, like me and my homeboys, like some of us, we used to do U.S. food chain account where we had 12, 1,300 cases coming down the ramp, 1,400 cases coming down the ramp, side door. So when I hear a driver complain about 600 cases, 650 cases, and some days my route barely gets 600 cases, that don't sit right with me, man. That just don't sit right with me. And this been going on in food service for years, man. You got drivers that get to work that don't want to work, and you got drivers that want to work and don't get to work. You know what I mean? We lost a good driver like that. He wanted to work, but he ain't get to work. Ted, I couldn't be a supervisor though. I couldn't do it. That's why I got respect for these supervisors, man. I couldn't do it. Cause I'm be honest with you, man. Like early in the morning, driver come to me, start crying about 500 cases. I don't know, man. I might grab a clipboard and hit him in the head with it, and then I go to HR, and then I lose my job. I couldn't do it. I couldn't stand to come to work every day and hear listen to a grown man cry, yo. When I know it's so much people out there that's dying over hunger, yo. And some of you, I don't know what happened. Oh yeah, hell yeah. Our supervisors are different, man. They do they get in the truck, they help us out, stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like I said in one video a long time ago, I know I don't really make that much videos no more. I mainly like to go up and just chop it up and I observe a US food supervisor pull up on one of the drivers, and when I looked at this particular supervisor, man, he had on church shoes. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, how you gonna pull up on me with church shoes, man? How you gonna contribute to what I'm doing out here? You just gonna slip and slide in the kitchen. No, what you wanna come do, you wanna come and critique the way I work instead of grabbing a hand truck. Are those the type of leaders you guys want? Now I got They'll tell you the difference between Cheney and these other companies. You know, now, I'm gonna try to get my homeboy Ross on here because I want him to energy, man. I'm gonna try to get him to come in here. Let me put out the link so he can click on the link and see if he can talk about see if he can talk about this negative energy because it's not a small thing, guys. It's actually a big thing, man. It's actually a big thing because when you got drivers that's gotta like when you have drivers that's going back and forth with their riders every day, begging for more cases, and then you got driver that got the cases that's complaining, man. I personally think that's a big issue. I don't know what y'all think, but I think that's a bigger issue than you think, and that's gonna rub a lot of that rubs a lot of drivers the wrong way. But most drivers they just keep stuff to themselves and they just stay quiet, man. I want the cases. I want that pressure. I wish my rider could load my trailer up, but he don't. I don't complain. I just keep it moving. I just keep it moving. We all wish we could get that low. We get paid by the cases, man. And you got drivers complaining because they're getting cases, man. Hold on, I got my boy Russ in the building. Yep,
Yeah, man.
yep. So let's talk about this negative energy that be in the building, man. What you think about the negative energy? I'm gonna let you talk about it.
Bro, look at you, right? I'm not gonna say work is easy, right? But you're gonna go out there. Put it this way: if I was a supervisor, I see this happen when I was at US Food. I see this happen at Cheney. Dude, dude, get his clipboard right. You see us. You look at this. You're out. You're not even try, but you're gonna hope. I got 600K. 600K. You need help, bro. It's not for you. You know what I'm saying? And
Yep.
you don't even attempt to do this stuff, but you're gonna start crying, bro. If I was that supervisor, I would have just like, hey, go home, and I go do that route. Simple as that. And I see it happen a couple times. I ain't gonna call nobody name, but especially this one.
Wherever you at, try to get to a better location. But I do got to give one supervisor credit though, Ted. I don't know if you're in the building still, but I do got to give one supervisor credit. I remember we had one supervisor at US Food. He did not play that. A driver complained like that. If he had extra drivers, he'll send that driver home, man.
Yeah, man.
And you already know who I'm talking about.
Yeah, man. Yeah, yep.
He did
Yeah,
not play that. That's one thing I gave him credit for.
yeah, man. Come on, you know what I'm saying? Complaining, and I saw this cat did it couple time, and I'm like, bro. Like I said, I'm not gonna say you have days and you got days, but if just every time you get to over 600 cases, you're talking about you need help, man. Come on, man.
And the thing that I was thinking about, I know this go over a lot of supervisors' head, right?
Yeah,
Is is the new drivers that's observing this? It's gonna
e-
rub off on them because they're gonna think it's okay.
exactly. You know what I'm saying?
And then you got and the other thing that you got like drivers that want to get cases, not getting the cases, and
Yeah,
see somebody complaining about the cases that's getting the cases.
exactly. You know what I'm saying. So I don't get it. So for me, you know me a long time now. I don't stay in the break room, but I don't stay there. Dog. I just grab my shit and I go. Just because I that because it's not every day you come to work and you're in the mood. You know what I'm saying. So you hear a dude complaining though, and especially you're not in the mood. You don't want to hear that crap. You know what I'm saying.
Exactly.
You got to do what you got to do. So I'm not gonna say every day somebody get up, you're gonna be like, oh man, oh no, you got days and you got days, because you got days you might the day before you maybe got like 1,000 case, 18 stop, 19 stop. Hey, you may be tired, you know what I'm saying, and then you're gonna hear a dude complaining about 600 case when man, come on, bro, go home, man.
Go home.
Yeah, go home.
Go
Sit-
home, and I gotta give what's the name credit for this. I'll call it name. I gotta give Bobby credit for this.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Hey, yo,
Bobby will send a driver home with the
Yep,
quickness.
yep,
If he got extra drivers, and
yep,
one thing I can say about U.S. Food, we didn't have as many extra drivers sitting around
exactly.
like I see at Cheney. If Bobby had extra drivers and
You
he see
going
a
know.
driver complain about the route, man, he taking that route so quick. You
Yeah,
go home, dog. He be like, you go home, dog.
yeah.
You don't want to do it, go home.
Man, yesterday I see this cat, man. Dog, I, I even forgot. I forgot because I started talking loud, and I know it wasn't my place, but I was so pissed off. I started even talking loud. I'm like, dude, really? Come on, man. Come on. I look a wuss, man. Jesus. And that
Exactly.
is like I said, if it was a one-off thing, it's because, like I said, you know, some days, whatever. But it's this cat, man, constantly, dog, constantly.
That negative energy, man.
Yeah, that's why I tell you that I don't stay in the break room. If my paperwork done ready, I sit in the truck till it's ready, bro. I'm not. I don't.
Another guess. Who this is? Oh well.
Yeah, man.
Uh,
I don't want to hear that, bro. You know what I'm saying? I
Hello,
don't
can
want.
y'all hear? Hello, can y'all
yo,
hear me? Yo, what's going on? Can y'all hear me?
Yeah,
well, you're in a bad
Yeah.
location, also. Well,
Oh, I'm in a bad location. Hold on, hold on. Let me get my other earbud. Hold on a second. Can y'all hear me now?
yeah,
all y'all in a bad location. I know y'all making money at Cheney.
bro.
Okay.
Man,
Okay.
whatever. I'm in my bed, bro. I'm laying with my son. I ain't getting up.
No.
Hey,
What? What?
Will, what's going on?
What's going on, man? How you doing, man? Everything good with y'all?
Yeah, we chilling.
I
Yeah,
just
man.
wanted to touch. I just wanted to touch up on what I'm saying, what you guys were just talking about what I'm saying, about how supervisors could tell what I'm saying, drivers to go home. You know what I'm saying, and I'm
Yeah,
not taking up what I'm saying. I'm not taking up for drivers. I'm not taking up for any supervisor. I don't take nobody's side for that.
yeah,
But for some companies, like when you're like in certain positions, sometimes you can't tell a driver to go home that easy. Sometimes, especially when you guys need drivers to fill routes. Okay,
Yeah,
I give you. No. And you're kind of right too. You know what I'm saying? What you're saying. You know what I'm saying? You're right. I'll give you a scenario. When I was working at Sigma, right? All right, there was this trainee that was there. Okay, they were trying to this one supervisor was telling them that you have a route from Orlando to Atlanta, you know what I'm saying, for $250. You know what I'm saying? And the trainee pay over there is $250. Trainee said this, I'm not going for no 250. Supervisor said, well, you can go home then. You know what I'm saying? Trainee, he walked out. But the supervisor's boss went and go put him in his place, say, you can't talk to people like that. You know what I'm saying? And it's not within your right to go to tell them to go home. You know what I'm saying? They end up calling the trainee back. They end up offering him 500 to go up there. You know? So you understand what I'm saying? You
no,
know,
yeah. I get what
no.
you're saying from the
But
HR point of view. You got it's a way how you do things and a way how you talk and the way how you sound stuff. But man, oh man, sometimes your man kick in and you just like. That's why I
bro,
say I couldn't be a supervisor
me
because
me either, because I'm gonna tell him to go home. Because look at you, bro. I get what you're saying, right? But at the same
mhm,
time, just like I said, mentally, sometimes you're not there. and then you
Mhm.
come there and you hear somebody complaining over work. Dude, go and try. And if you can't make it, then you're calling like, hey man, I'm running behind, or hey, can can, can, can I get some help? But
Mhm.
you don't attempt to do this stuff and you're crying. That's my point.
Yes. Yeah. No, no,
That's my
it's
point.
understood. No,
So
no, it's
I'm not
okay.
saying like okay, because I'm no Superman, because like I said, everybody of them day, but at least go try.
Yes, and it's understood. It's understood.
Yeah. So you go try, you go try and you need some help, then yeah. But you don't even try. You don't even try, man. Man,
Yeah.
that sucks, man. I don't want to hear that.
No, no, some jobs, no, no, some jobs, I'm saying, where they take advantage where the company guarantees them like $1,500 a week, even if they stay home.
True. Oh,
You see what I'm saying? You know? And they don't even work. They're like lazy as hell. You know what I'm saying? It's,
exactly, man.
it's, it's like it's like it's like if you're a supervisor, you really got to know how to talk to people. You know what I'm saying? Because in that
No,
situation,
like I'm
maybe
gonna
you
say,
might have to like,
because
you know,
as I was saying, I'm not saying to be disrespectful, but if
no,
you
no,
can't do the work, if you can do every time you come in and you see, oh, you have over 600 case, oh, I need help. No, I'm not gonna give you no help. Go try. You know what I'm saying? If you go try now, then and you can't do it, then that's a different problem. You know what I'm saying? But you don't even attempt. Come on, man.
And it seemed like in this industry, man. Shout out to Anthony in the building. It
that's
seemed
a
like in
different
this
situation.
industry, it seemed like in this industry they cater to drivers like that.
Yeah, you're right. Because I remember, when I was at US Food, they take stop from me, give it other dude, and then gonna call me to go help. I'm like, no, I'm not gonna do it. So just like what you said, but you're gonna take my stops and give it to somebody else, and they can do the route. So just like you say, Clark, who want it, they don't give it to them, and who don't want it, they give it to them. You know what I'm saying? So hey, it's
Hey,
kind of suck situation. You know what I'm saying? Cause you got dude that really want to work, and they don't get the cases, and the one that don't want to work are crying. That's the one that get the work. You know what I'm
Well,
saying? But hey,
let me tell you a scenario that what happened to one of the guys that I know there. It was, I think he was like
yeah,
about a good 10 year, 5, 10 year veteran or something like that. He was my
yeah,
trainer actually, right? You know what they did to
yeah,
him? He was looking forward to his route, right? Going on his route, right? How about, you know what I'm saying? Because these two guys or something like that were like coming in like late from like another route to get on like another truck. They swapped him out for another route, which was hard as hell, which is some add-ons and stuff. And boy, he was furious. He almost wanted to quit that day because it's like he felt like he was like really highly like disrespected because it's like,
no,
come on now,
honestly,
dog.
this is what I love with
Huh?
training though. To be
Huh?
honest, I see that stuff happen in US Food, but this is what I love with training so far. I don't see that stuff happening. You know what I'm saying? If it's your route,
Mm-hmm.
it's your route. You know what I'm saying? So far, I haven't seen. Well, it happened. It not. I don't know if it happened to anybody, but it don't happen to me. So, but when I was US Food, yeah, they tried it. Just like you say, they tried it. You know what I'm saying? Take your route, give it to somebody else, and give some shitty ass route. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah, hard as well, but remember he was at Sigma, you know what I'm saying? So it was kind of like it's different how Sigma run things and do things. You know what
no,
I'm saying?
they do that crap at US Food too, man. Man, you're going and they. I don't know if they still do that, so I can't speak for now. But back then, you think you're on your route, you go like, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? They
I,
took your crap and give it to somebody else.
mhm. I had spoken to some drivers. Some drivers said this, that, dude. If it was them, they would have walked out. They would have walked out or told them straight up, y'all can't give me back my route. You know what I'm saying? I am
Yeah,
not going out today. You know?
true that. I see that happen. Well, it happened to me before, but when I say my route, I took my route and I left.
Oh,
So
you did that. You
yeah,
walked out on them?
no, I did a walkout. I took my route. They put
Uh,
it. They give somebody else, but I took it and I left. I'm like, hey,
oh,
no, that's my
yeah,
route.
yeah. You took your route because on the contract it says it's my route. You know what I'm saying? That's what we agreed to. You
Yep.
know, you know. but some make the argument and say this that well technically you work for the company. You work for the company, like even if it's not your route, you're supposed to do like another route or something like
Yeah,
that.
so
You know what I'm saying?
technically, these companies they can make changes
Yeah,
That's
anytime they
true.
want.
That's true. But come on. Okay,
yes.
give me a heads up then. Simple.
Yeah, a heads up, also a negotiated pace. And it's like, hey, so we switched
And
up your route, due to some emergencies or something like that.
but
But we're gonna we're
because
gonna we're gonna add another $200-300, to the route that currently right now is paid $600. We can give you $900 to pay to do this route right here.
once upon a time, yeah, Cloud was swing driver. With literally, I didn't really want to route, so I just bounce here, and I didn't mind. You know what I'm saying? But after a while, now I'm like, hey,
Aaron Summers, appreciate that super chat. One thing I want to say, Will, I appreciate you bringing in the like HR point of view to this conversation. 'Cause I'm gonna be honest with you, I wasn't thinking like that, man. I was thinking more of a manly man grab the
yep, yep, yep,
clipboard,
yep,
hit a driver in the head with the clipboard. You know what
yep,
I mean?
yep,
Yeah, but yeah, but you know what I'm saying? And I understand where y'all come from. You know what I'm saying? Like with all due respect, y'all yardage. You know what I'm saying? Y'all grew up a different type of breed. You know what I'm saying? You can't tell. You know what I'm saying? Back when y'all growing up, that no, you ain't gonna do no work. Oh my goodness.
exactly. You know what I'm saying?
you
Yep.
you
Bro,
better
bro,
not
we
tell your dad. Huh? No.
bro, we grew up in Jamaica, yo. We had to fight.
I understand. I know
We had to
Yardy
fight.
life. Yeah,
Yep.
Yardy lifestyle. Yeah, Yardy lifestyle over there. They don't play. They
Yep.
don't play. if,
Yeah.
if they hit, huh?
Man, these, because I'm not gonna act like I'm that old, but these young cats, man, they're wuss, man. They're wuss.
Not
Some,
all of them
some.
though. Not all of them.
Well, some of them, no, man.
Nah, yeah, nah, not all of them. Some of them want it.
Yeah,
I gotta give
yeah,
it to
you're
them.
right.
Yeah, some of them want it.
No fighting them, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, but again, though, you know what I'm saying? That approach, you know what I'm saying, is different because I remember, okay, there was another scenario that happened, okay? I had to fill in for like a driver, right? Because he got in trouble with like corporate because I think he was like on his phone and all that stuff.
Yeah,
He had got like a couple of points, 8 points or something like that, right? And corporate said that they didn't want him to drive for like a little minute until like they made a decision for him, okay?
yeah,
So what I had to do was like three of us going out on a route, like we're training or something like that. But no, but he just had like we're three drivers. He couldn't drive. His
yeah,
partner could, but it was only two people that could drive. So what happened was that the supervisor said, okay, they can go out like that. I told another driver this. Another driver said this that he don't believe that he should have been on that truck getting a route paid. But I told him this: look at it from a supervisor's point of view. You just can't tell him that. You know what I'm saying? A supervisor just can't tell him this that no, I'm not gonna pay you like that, and you're just gonna stay home like that. Because what if he quits? Because they're in dire need of drivers. You know what I'm saying? And his
no,
partner gonna follow, along too.
as
Quit.
like I said, especially right now, they shout at drivers and all of that stuff. But at the same time, man, I get it, but I don't get it. Put it that way. You know what I'm saying?
You can't let them. I ain't gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? Also, too, you can't let them bully you. You know what I'm saying? Or doormat you or anything like that. No. When it's time for that conversation to say this, say, hey, you know what I'm saying? If you ain't running these routes, you know what I'm saying? With all due respect, you know what I'm saying? This job might not be for you. You know
Exactly.
what I'm saying? You know?
That's the point. That's the point I'm talking. You know what I'm saying? Because like I'm
you,
saying, I'm not saying you can be tired or that, but even before you don't try to attempt to do the route, but you're crying.
you,
Do something, then well, hey, you can't make it. Then you know what I'm saying. You get help. But from the get go, if you look at it, oh man, I'm gonna need help, man. I got 600 cases. I'm gonna need 600 cases, bro. Really? Nah, man. I don't see that. And like I said, I'm no Superman, but 600 cases? Come on, bro.
it's like that's when you might have to approach him like, come on, man, I got 600 cases. You know, you can do 600 cases. Come on, man. You know what I'm saying? How about this? If you got to approach him like this, how I'm saying, how about this? You need any help? You know what I'm saying? We'll send him. Okay, all right, then, man. Go. That's you got to approach him like that in a funny way sometimes. You know, it's hard, but you really gotta like really have that patience of being a really supervisor. Man.
Bro,
You got to
look,
patience.
the first day,
Yeah,
the
that's
first
true. That's true. Right there.
the first day I went out when was US food, the first day by myself, dude, I got 1,000 case on the ramp. Literally, my first day, 1,000 case on that ramp. Remember them days, Cloudy, doing them schools? Yep,
Man, I remember when I first started doing chain account, and then my first big cases was like 1,400 cases on the ramp, and I said to myself, I'm thinking like, how am I gonna do 1,400 cases on the ramp? But when I got it done, it seemed like it was nothing.
exactly. Yeah, because I tell people that I used to lick 1,400 cases, 1,200 cases on the ramp. They were like, really? Yeah. Hey, it is what it is.
Mhm.
But hey, I guess we're all schooled up.
Yeah. With some drivers, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you might have to give them that like gradual approach of, you know what I'm saying, working them up to like, like the level of like 1,200 cases and like being able to just do the job and stuff, you know? It's like you gotta have like a tactic, you know what I'm saying? An approach, you know what I'm saying? Like really talk to these drivers
Okay.
sometimes, you know what I'm saying? Because you know what I'm saying? Other than that, you'll find yourself having to go out there to go do it. Then you know what I'm saying? You have to be a supervisor and go out there
But but like
and
like
do that.
like,
You
like
know?
I told you, if it was me yesterday, I told you straight up,
Uh,
as you said, if it was me personally, because I see copycats do it copper time. If it was me personally, I would have go do the route because I'm not gonna play that. You know what I'm saying? You don't try. I'm just gonna like, hey, if you can't do it, go home. Simple as that. I'll go do it. I'm just being honest. You know what I'm saying? Because just like oh boy said, if you can do 600 cases, go bump the dock, man. Simple as that. Because 600 cases is nothing.
I mean, or going to the don't US would have like a line haul division? Like, you could do like the line haul division. Like, say, hey, you know what I'm saying, if you can't bump these cases, I'm saying, you can always transfer to the line haul division.
Man.
Okay.
Yeah, I think all the companies got some type of line haul
Yeah,
doubles. Um, yeah, they got all companies got that position where they can drop trailers off and stuff like that.
yeah, just do that. Because like I said, I'm not gonna say this is not for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Because hey,
But one thing, my main point is though, Will, is that waking up 2 or 3 in the morning, the last thing you want to see is come to work and see somebody complaining. That's the last thing I want to see, man.
me too, bro. Definitely.
Of course. Of course not. But again, you gotta like, you know what I'm saying, really find a way to talk to them, and tell them that, And I'm not trying to say, okay, they're first, they're right. No, but that's what comes with the job. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, but
It's a
but
bunch of
but
things, you know what I'm saying, with the job, that you might not agree with.
I
You know what I'm saying?
remember when I was at US4, I finished my route and they asked me to do a road test, right? So when I give the guy the road test, he was like, man, a long time I want this job to bump dock. So I'm like, dude, you see all them man trucks? What are you talking about bump dock? He left. Exactly. You know what? He know he can't do it. So hey, he
Wow.
did he did the waste because I'm like, dude, what you take all them man trucks for? And he was like, huh? I'm like, yeah, you got to run that crap. And he left. You know what I'm saying? So at least he know that wasn't for him. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
At,
It should
at
be like,
least at least he know that wasn't for him. So look here. When you get the job, when you're in training and all of that stuff, you know what it's all about. So I'm
mm,
just saying,
mm,
nobody forced you to do it. So stop bitching.
mm.
That's the point.
Because I can't, yeah, because I can't lie. I'll be real with you. Sometimes, you know what I'm saying, when I go to work, I don't be feeling like going over there. But
Me
again, though,
too. That's what
I
that's
made
what
that choice. I made that choice.
exactly because it's
I
not
made
every
that
day.
choice.
It's not every day you wake up, you're like, oh man. Hey, sometimes you wake up, you're jogging, but hey, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
just like you said, I made a choice, so I just go do what I gotta do. You're not gonna hear me complaining and bitching and this. Hey, I see the truck is load messed up in the back. I cuss 2 times and just say, okay, it is what it is. And go ahead and do what I gotta do. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
But one thing I do got to point out though, like it's I don't see many drivers complaining over here where I'm at. I seen way more complaining where I came from, U.S. food than over here. Over here, I don't see many drivers complaining, and most of the U.S. food drivers that complain, most of them live in Maryland, out of that drop yard. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying, Dirk?
yeah, man. But hey, it is what it is. But all I'm saying is just that the point is that nobody forced you to do this. You know what I'm saying? So stop bitching, man.
You have a choice. You know what I'm saying? You know, at the end of the day,
Exactly.
be like me. You know what I'm saying? I know I have a choice. You know what I'm saying? I know I could be at orientation with another company next week by
Man, we
Monday.
all have a choice, and that's a good point. Why
That's the
don't
point.
like
Yeah,
sometimes I be like, man, just quit. Why don't some of y'all just quit?
exactly. Cause you have a choice. Instead of be bitching, quit.
No, but the thing is, you know what I'm saying? Where could you get that amount of income that you're making from U.S. food and truck it like that? I mean, you know, because I ain't gonna lie, food service pays good. Because I ain't gonna lie, you know what I'm saying? You know, when I see my check the week before last week, though, man, with my sign-on bonus added on, I'm like,
Yeah.
oh man, I can't. You understand? I can't go to no other company. I kind
No,
of want
but
to be
look at you,
home
right?
And
too.
and and, and that's the prize. Why can't some drivers just like
Yeah,
man
all
up
right.
and keep
Use
their
that
eyes on the prize?
because I use that as my motivation. Because even when I used to run chain and I see that 1,300, 1,200, 1,400 case, I just think about
Mm,
the paycheck. I don't think about the I don't
Mm,
think about the load.
mm.
You know what I'm saying?
mm.
I just use the money as my motivation. Simple as that.
Yeah, yeah, that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? You know, because when you try to like go on like line haul, like you know, what I'm saying, you trying to work for Estes or
Yeah,
Dominion and all that stuff and all that stuff. When that freight is slow, you ain't gonna make no money, boy.
exactly.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
When that freight is slow, you know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna be making no money or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? If you're not higher up on the extra work, if you don't got like a good relationship with your dispatchers or anything like that, you ain't gonna
Yeah,
be looking at no money. You ain't gonna be looking at your money, no money.
And we get paid all year round. We just got slowdown periods. That's our
yep,
slowdown periods. Average truck driver take that paycheck any day of the week.
exactly.
Yeah, and also you get a with some companies. I don't know how y'all do with y'all company. You get a guaranteed $1,500 if you don't even work.
$1,500. Okay. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
that's
well, with some companies like McLean, you know what I'm saying?
yeah,
I think they boosted it up to like 2,000 or something like that. You know what I'm saying? A week if you don't work, you're gonna go out.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah. They have like McLean has a thing where they have a minimum of 1,500 a week
Is
if
it
you
food?
don't go to a route.
Is that food service or groceries?
They food service and groceries.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
yeah.
you know.
That is sweet. You know what I'm saying?
So at
Yeah.
least the drivers don't get punished when it's slow.
Yeah,
No,
That's a good thing.
no, no. Again, you know what I'm saying? Drivers, you know what I'm saying, over there was dropping like flies. You know what I'm saying? Because you know what I'm saying, they're paying all that stuff. So they gotta figure out, you know what I'm saying, a way, you know what I'm saying, to keep the
or to
drivers, you know
keep
what I'm
them.
saying?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So they think they could bribe their way, you know what I'm saying, to the drivers. But it's kind of like more like in the system, how the system is working in the job, you know what I'm saying, more than bribing them, you know what I'm saying? Money can last you so long. You know what I'm
Well, you know what, man? I think maybe we should all cry, man.
I ain't
saying?
I ain't gonna cry it out.
See, cry over everything, man. Maybe we should cry. We want when we come back. We want lunch. Maybe we should
Yeah,
cry when we go to work. We want breakfast. Maybe we should cry about everything.
no, but like I said,
I,
man,
I,
I,
I
I,
can give y'all I can give y'all a quick little story when I thought it was sweet at work one time.
yeah,
Work at one time, right? Okay, I'm working at Sigma, right? We got like, you know, this like easy sweet right that everybody like at Sigma. It's a Krispy Kreme. But all you do, you go over there, you drop off a pallet, you're good, you go. Okay?
yeah,
All right. It was 1 week, right? You know what I'm saying? I'm expecting, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know, for me to get my suit out. You know what I'm saying? I was supposed to go to North Carolina, right? How about they call me, you know what I'm saying? For like another route, but I'm on the extra board though, you know what I'm saying? For a 14 stop route. You know what I'm saying? And when I get on it, it was like one of the worst routes I ever had. The person wasn't even there. We had to go back, you know what I'm saying, a couple of times, you know what I'm saying, for the people and all that stuff. We had to dig through all those cases and all that stuff. I was mad angry, you know?
no, you got days
But,
like that because yesterday it
mm-hmm,
was supposed to be an easy day. But me and
mm-hmm.
Claude, I went in late because I'm like, and man, First, I'm missing a pallet. It's a good thing I always check the trailer. I'm missing a pallet. Then by the time I get the pallet, I leave extra late. Then I gotta move this, move that. Hey, it turned out to be longer than expected, but I don't cry. I'm just like, hey, it's just one of them days. Because I thought I'll be off by 1 o'clock, but hey, it's just one of the days. Because that's what I signed up for. Every day not gonna be easy. Every day
Yeah.
not gonna be hard either. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's just one of them things. So
Yes.
I just hate people crying, man. That's all, bro.
Because one veteran even gave me some advice. Don't always expect every day to be easy.
Exactly. But
Sometimes,
that's not gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is.
sometimes your loads might be late. Sometimes you might have like a breakdown or something, or they might have missed order, they might have misplaced something and stuff, all
E-
types of other stuff that will come. You're just gonna get disappointed at more of at yourself. You're gonna drive yourself more crazy if you
Exactly.
expect it to be easy. Then what I'm saying, you're doing.
Exactly, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because it's especially by training, bro. These people so easy going. I ain't gonna lie. These cat got it easy, just like I'm literally. Because so far, like I said, easy going. Where I come from, yo, they were rough, man. Jesus,
I mean,
just
well,
just like Claude said, man. You got supervisor tell you go home, man. You know what I'm saying? Go home. Simple as that.
yeah. I mean, but the thing is, I'm saying a lot of people when they see the money and all that stuff, like some rookies and all that stuff, they only have like one foot in the good, without the other foot out in the bad and all that stuff. You
Yeah,
just can't only, only focus only on the good, without not looking at the bad. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be prepared. How the bad comes. When losses come, what you gonna do? When the
e-
tough times come.
exactly, bro. Like I said, every day not gonna be the same. Because look at you. As I said, you can have 500 cases and you got the worst day of your life, and you got 1,000 case, and that is the easiest day. So it's just one of them things.
Mm.
So you gotta accept the good for the bad. You know what I'm saying? Instead of
Yeah.
complaining, just go out here and do it.
Mm. It's just like a marriage. You know what I'm saying? There are gonna
Exactly.
be good days in the marriage. There are gonna be bad days in the marriage.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And I had this quote that said I forgot how this quote goes. It says, and I'm misquoting a little bit. It says the test of a man shows uh, him or her or what he's made of. You know what I'm saying? So something like that. I forgot how it
Yeah, man. But boy, as I said, man, look at the money. Just use the money as your motivation. You know what I'm saying?
went. Yeah,
Because me
but
personally, I like what it's not just honestly. Maybe I sound weird, but I like what I do, literally. So it don't bother me. You know what I'm saying?
mm,
The rough day come, I know it is what it is. So I like what I do, and then the money is a plus. Simple.
when I was at Sigma, you know what I'm saying, because they were working you like hard over there. You know what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Sometimes you know what I'm saying when I wanted like an easy day or something like that, I'll probably say, hey, let me just do like line haul for these 2 days right here to let me recover, because you know what I'm saying,
yeah,
it's too
cause that's what I'm
much,
saying.
man.
Yeah, you're gonna have days, but you have days when I wake up in the morning, man, my feet hurt. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just like, hey, this is what it is. That's what I signed up for. So I just get
Mm-hmm.
up and go.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm
You
saying?
know, yeah.
Yep,
I
that,
mean,
that paycheck is the motivation.
Yeah, man.
yeah, you know. Claude, how do you still be able to do it? Like, what I'm saying, the way you're doing, like, you still like are able like to move quickly. You're like what, like I think what 36, 37, right?
No, I'm older than that, but I'm gonna keep that by myself. But I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I just the way I work, I'm just organized. I stay organized and mentally, it's my mental, man. Mentally, it's easy to me. You get what I'm saying? I
Mm-hmm.
This the way I do it. I'm gonna tell you how I do it.
Mm-hmm.
I mentally think that this is easy. I mentally think that I almost think that we're getting away. We're getting away with something. And what I mean by that, we're getting away with throwing boxes on a hand truck and wheeling inside a restaurant for over $100,000 a year. Think about that for a second. You know how much brain power some people got to use to make 50,000 a year?
That's
how,
true.
how much brain power we using, really? You know what I mean? So when I break it down like that, to me, it's easy, and I approach it that way. And when I approach it that way, honestly, it's nothing to me. You know?
Mm,
And one day, if it becomes something to me, then I just got to make a change. But right now, it's nothing to me, bro.
mm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, because I ain't gonna lie, you know what I'm saying? You and this other food service driver and all that stuff, be like, inspiring me, believe it or not, you know what I'm saying? How, you're able to work 5 days a week and all that stuff and still do like car wash is it on the weekend. How do you do that?
Yeah,
Because honestly, it's nothing to me. And Ross on the phone, he'll tell you all the time, like I don't sleep. And when I say stuff like that, man, people think I be joking. Like,
no, bro. I be 4 o'clock in the morning, bro. We're not working. Dude calling me. I'm like, dude, go sleep, man. What the hell are you doing on the road? You see, that man don't sleep, bro. I don't get it.
Mm,
Yeah,
and I really think that, and this might sound crazy, I really think that people got to take advantage of the abilities that God give them. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
So if you have the ability to do multiple things. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
I feel you on that, bro. Definitely.
Because you got, multiple streams of income and stuff, you know. You be coming out there, you be going out there doing your thing though, dog.
Yeah, I got to, man, because like, especially like that's what I like about food service, right? We don't got to worry about getting paid by the hour, so we don't got to go there and milk the clock or nothing. We can
Exactly.
just, if we got things to do, we can just go throw them cases off real quick and go do what we got to do. You know,
Hmm.
like let's just say I got a full detail to do on a Wednesday, so I just go out and knock out the route real quick. I schedule my detail for like, like when the sun go down a little bit, like 4 or 5 o'clock, and I go out there and I just knock out the route real quick.
You see, you go do you,
That,
you go
but
do it. You know what I'm saying around that time.
yeah, but I try not to get too busy, but I still try to get quality work where I know I'm gonna get paid.
Yeah.
For
How
real.
many accounts would you say you have? You know what I'm saying with your car washing.
Uh, regular accounts, I got like I would say I have like a good solid solid 10 good customers, and I just got people here or there that call me here and there. And I be honest with you, I had to take my ad down off of Google search because I was getting too busy and I couldn't handle it. It was too much. No, for real.
That's why
I
you
had to
need
take
like
it
a
down.
partner or something like that.
Yeah, and so anybody that's trying to open a business or got a business or doing something, that Google search works, man. It works for real.
Hmm.
So like, be
You would
prepared.
have.
If you put your stuff on Google search, be prepared.
Mhm.
I got it, bro. Hey, Claude, I'm gonna hold to here. I'm gonna take care of this baby, get him some food and all of that crap.
All right, man. Be easy.
Yeah, man. All right. Respect.
All right.
All right.
Yeah. Nah, man, because like I said, man, like I said, like your work ethic, like the stuff that you be doing and all that stuff, bro. I ain't gonna lie, it be like motivating me, like really a big time, bro. Seriously, man. You know,
And and
I'll
that's
be
why I
like,
don't. And that's why I get upset when I hear drivers crying about things, man. That's what upset me, and when I say that really rubbed me the wrong way, big time. You know
well,
what I
when
mean?
when drivers like complain that that they got too much cases, that they doing too much digging or something like that.
Yeah, when drivers like complain that they got too much work, and the reason why it rubbed me the wrong way, you know how much people out here want to work right now. You know how much people out here wish they could make what we make, and a lot of drivers have the opportunity to do what we doing, and
Mm.
and they're doing it, but yet still they're complaining about the opportunity that they have. You know what I mean? That's the way I look at it, man. I don't understand how some people don't look at it that way.
But some people are not cut out, man. You know what I'm saying? To like, do the jobs that that we do.
Who you running with right now, McLean?
No, Domino.
Oh man, I must gotta say, man, Domino's, McLean, Papa John's. One thing I give y'all, man, y'all can drive because you guys got to go to some crazy places, yo.
Yeah.
You guys got to do some crazy backups. Dirty Broke, what's going on? Like some of the backups I see McLean doing, I gotta give them drivers a salute, man. Cause I don't know if I can put my 53-foot trailer where I see some of these drivers putting their 53-foot trailer. And I know eventually I can do it if I get the practice, but these drivers do it every single day. Salute to McLean. Got 21 people in the building. Let me know if y'all can still hear me, man. Let me know if y'all can still hear me. Shout out to all the NFL football teams out there, except for the Baltimore Ravens and except for the Philadelphia Eagles. Some reason, man, I don't like the color of them teams, man. I don't like their jersey. I don't like their uniform. It's something about those teams that rub me the wrong way, man. I don't know. I don't know what it is. Something about the Eagles that don't sit well with me, and it's something about the Ravens. Maybe I just don't like birds, man. I don't know. I don't know, man. What do you think it is, Dirty? Yeah,
Hello,
well, yeah, you back. I wasn't hearing you for a second. I don't know if you were talking, but I ain't hear you for like 2 minutes.
oh, my bad, my bad. No, what I was trying to say is that I'm sure y'all had to do the same thing. At U.S. Food and Cheney, that you guys had to back in like tight spots and stuff.
Yeah, but it's like you got to understand. We ain't had no 53-foot trailers, and I see McLean backing up them 53-foot trailers in some small gas stations. And these cats, they maneuver the trailer between the pumps and put it right at the door. The ramp is literally in the front door. And I know it's practice, but to me, man, I gotta salute these drivers because they do it day in and day out.
Mm. Don't y'all go out with 48 footers himself and Cheney? Right? Hello? 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 Hello?
Sorry about that, guys. Somebody
Hello? You You hear me now?
Yeah, yeah, I hear you now, man. Sorry about that. Somebody typed in New York Giants in the comments, and then my whole stream yard went crashing. Um, yeah. Please don't do that again. Please don't type in the New York Giants, man. Like today is real team Sundays. Yeah, please don't do that again.
You're not a Giants fan?
Yeah, my whole internet went crashing, man. Somebody typed in the Giants, and everything just went crazy.
You almost about to pass out. I'd have been had to call 911. They had to give you CPR, right?
Man, we got Willie Burnett. He said he need to talk to me about Cheney. He work for Cheney now. Just need to get some info that can make me a better driver. Hey, I got you, bro. Just hit me up. Hey, where you located? Where you work at?
Who, me?
Willie. No, I'm
You
talking
talking
to
to
the
me?
driver. No, the driver in the comments. He said he worked for Cheney Brothers and he want to become a better driver. Uh, I'm trying to figure out what Cheney branch he worked for. We got somebody in the comments. We got somebody in the comments. They need psychiatric help. They're a Broncos fan. He needs a serious intervention. So, Derek, man, go ahead and tell us your problem. We'll try to help you. We got a couple people in the comments that be more than happy to help you. Will, you have any good words for this man? He's a Broncos fan.
What I just say is just try to stay faithful as much as you can. Even when the season is bad, when the season is good or something like that, just try to stay faithful and try to stay strong as much as you can. Those are
Oh,
my words that I would say.
so when your team is doing bad, man, you're still like a
You
proud
gotta
fan.
you gotta be a proud team fan though, bro. Even when they're doing bad or good though, bro. You win this for the good or for the bad, bro.
And I'm quiet.
Hello, 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 hello. I can't hear you.
No, when my team is doing bad, I don't say nothing.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Sometimes you gotta have that quiet moment. You gotta have that humbling moment. Sometimes it be like that. Sometimes, you know.
Yeah,
But at least you're still sticking with the team. You still rep your team. And you still proud to rep your team.
yeah. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm not proud to rep my team. Like I'm not proud of the Hurricanes no more. Like I'm seriously embarrassed by them. Um, it's been going on for too many years now,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't think anything is gonna fix it anytime soon. And I don't
Mm-hmm.
blame these kids in Florida, man, for wanting to go to different states, want to experience just experience something different, man. That's why they're leaving.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Willie, he work in the cocoa yard. Yeah, Willie, just hit me up, man. Drop me an email and we can talk, man. See what's going on. I pretty much know most of the stops up there because I used to run around in Melbourne, so I know most of them stops up there, man. So you think we're being too hard on the guys that complain?
Me?
Yeah,
Well, the thing is, you know what I'm saying? Like, from when I'm from like knowing you, like I don't know you like personally, but from like analyzing you and like knowing your background, like where you come from and all that stuff, you know what I'm saying?
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Because your mentality of that, you know what I'm saying? You do what the grown folks tell you and all that stuff. You say, yeah, you gotta work over there, boy. You know what I'm saying? Growing up in the yardie lifestyle, that's not that's not a joke, boy. For real. I'm not saying I'm being too hard or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? Some people, you know what I'm saying, they need more like a gradual type of approach sometimes. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Being able to handle all that stuff. There's also ways you can say you gotta come at it and talk to them about, you know what I'm saying, about the job and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're trying to say that, hey, this job ain't for you or something like that, hey, you know what I'm saying? Like you haven't been coming in, you haven't been coming to do your routes or anything like that, you know. I mean, do you still want to do this job? You know what I'm saying, if you don't want to do this job, it's totally fine. It's to be nothing personal or nothing against you or anything like that. We'll hold it against you or anything like that. You know, we'll always have our line haul division. You can always just drive line haul. or you know what I'm saying, or the shop shoot
Man,
point blank that fire.
I'm gonna tell you when I knew life was real for me, right?
Yeah,
I'm gonna tell you when it hit me as a kid. I remember going to school one day, and I told this story before, right?
right.
And we had a couple goats in the yard or whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it was this one particular goat I was kind of drawn to. And I remember going to school, and I remember coming home, and I seen that goat hanging upside down, bro, on the tree, just like you know how they let them like bleed out once they butcher them.
Yeah.
Shit got real. You know what I'm saying? Because that was my pet. At least I thought it was my pet. You know what I
Mm.
mean?
Mm.
And that's that island lifestyle, man. You know what I mean? That pet that I thought I had, that was actually our meal. We was
Mm.
actually growing and grooming our meal. And some people don't even some people never been in that lifestyle, man, where they gotta fight. Some people
Mm.
just have things handed them too easy,
Mm.
you know?
Mm.
Derek said,
And,
no, we're not being too hard.
and it's not good to always, you know what I'm saying, always have it easy and all good because the day you think it's all good and sweet, that's when life gonna hit you like an avalanche, you know,
Exactly.
and it's gonna hurt like it ain't nothing. It's like you sitting on an island, right? You know what I'm saying? You know, you so used to that island being all good and all sweet, all fancy. You get fruits and food and everything when you want, whenever you want. You got your girls and everything, massages and everything. And next you know, a whole invasion comes through. You ain't got no defense set up or anything like that there. You know what I'm saying? People betraying you left and right. Next you know, you in prison, you know, slaving out, doing stuff that you don't like doing. But your body and your mind is so used to, you know what I'm saying, being everything given to you, but now you can enjoy the fruits, you know?
Exactly. And we all got a gift, man. We got our CDL, and you got cats that's putting out on YouTube telling people nowadays like where the money is at. You know what I'm saying? We got Dirty Bro telling people where the money is at in fuel. You got cats like me, like we telling people like, yo, it's money in food service. And a lot of people are taking advantage of it, but a lot of people took advantage of it, but they came in and they want to like complain about the money. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's what I don't get. And that's what like people need to really like, especially supervisors, really take a closer look into. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Can't complain about the money if you're not willing to, you know what I'm saying, work for the money, you know? Like, how you gonna, like, you know what I'm saying, wanna, I forgot how this quote goes again, you know? Want $1 billion lifestyle, but your work ethic is a minimum wage. It's like minimum wage.
Exactly. You know what I mean? Exactly.
Mm. You think everything that's been be given to you all like it's all good and sweet. You know what I'm saying? When it's easy and given to you, you know what I'm saying? It finishes quicker. That's what I hear.
Exactly.
You know, I'm a believer
Yeah,
in this. I'm a believer in this. Okay, like what you like work for is what you get. What you put out there is what you're gonna get back. Okay, you may be able to fool the people that's watching you work. You may be able to fool yourself. Okay, but the karma and society and God or whatever you believe in, you know what I'm saying? You didn't fool. You're gonna get what you put out there. You know what I'm saying? One way or the other. You understand what I'm
yeah, exactly. Yeah, you ain't lying.
saying? Yeah. I mean, like look what you put out there. Look at all that work you put out there. Got a house. Got like what another truck, a nice car right there. You know what I'm saying? Got a nice little what you call it again? A nice little car wash thing and all that stuff that you run on. It's a LLC. You know, you know. Life is not all
But the
sweet like where you go. Go ahead.
no, I'm saying the most important thing to me though is being able to being able to try to help people for them to get the same opportunity. That's the most important thing that I for me. You know what I'm saying?
Mm,
Telling people about the opportunity. Um, Giving people the game, that's the most important thing to me, though.
Mhm.
You feel me?
Yes, I can remember when I've helped people too. You know what I'm saying? Get into the trucking thing too, where you know,
Yeah,
it was a cat that was struggling. You know what I'm saying with his do the CDL test. Okay, he couldn't.
yeah,
He could only get his class B. He couldn't figure out. You know what I'm saying? How to do the other test or something like that. I like, bro, you gotta study that book though, bro. You know what I'm saying? Here's this right here. You know what I'm saying? You can just study off of the when you get all the answers right there. He didn't believe me at first. But when he did, he
yeah.
like, well, you helped me out a lot, bro. Big time though, bro. I didn't think I was gonna be able to pass that CDL though, bro. If it wasn't for you though, bro, I wouldn't have been able to pass that CDL. Right now he eating up the road though, man. Right now I think he probably averaging around like what, 2,500 a week. You know what I'm saying?
When, when, how did that make you feel, though?
That made me feel good that I was able to help a brother out. You know what I'm saying? He was struggling too. I mean, he got caught up on a little something, something. At one point, you know what I'm saying, but I think he's in the worst of trying to get it dismissed and stuff. It made me feel good though, bro, because he was working at a dead end minimum wage job. Ain't nothing wrong with minimum wage jobs, but you know what I'm saying. They don't pay nothing. You know what I'm saying? But he was able to
Yeah,
be able to provide for his son and be able to provide a good income for himself. You know what I'm saying? To possibly look at a house in the future, though, bro. It's at night he could see himself having a house in the future because he see the good income that he's making.
yeah.
Or not be living paycheck to paycheck. Because I ain't gonna lie, that paycheck to paycheck is not where it's at, dude.
Nah, nah. Yeah, it's crazy, man. Like, I be, I be feeling bad for minimum wage people because it's like, especially nowadays with everything going up, rent and stuff. Like, I be wondering like how people like afford a minimum wage job. Like, how do they afford their rent? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy. It's crazy hard. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, like you see where when you do like your minimum wage, right? that that you have, right? You remember when you were doing minimum wage and all that stuff, and in 1 week that money was gone due to bills and all that stuff.
Man, that money was gone before I even got paid.
Especially when you set the money to auto, you know how when you set it like to like auto, right? And it just
Yeah,
takes the money out of your account. Next, you see your account like -25 because they had to take that extra, you know,
yeah, for
or
real.
or like a couple of days later and all that stuff. You see a whole bunch of freaking like overdraft fees and all that stuff, you know? Like, gee, Jesus.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
I mean, always adjusted. I never let myself. I never let like always adjusted, man. Like I always make sure that like put it like this. I ain't like when I got out of high school, I ain't never worked minimum wage job. I always like I was early on the hustle tip. So I made sure I was just ahead, man. I worked minimum wage in high school. That's it. But
mm,
I knew early that's not where it was at. You know what I'm saying?
mm. Did you go to
And
college after high school? Like, what did you do after high school?
yeah, yeah, I tried. I went, yeah, I went for a little while. I went for criminal justice, man. I almost became a cop, man. But then I started doing some research, and I looked at the salary, and then I started looking into trucking. I looked at the salary, and I was like, hell no, let me jump in this. You telling me I can make this over here, or I
Mm-hmm.
can risk my life and make this over here doing that? I'm like, either way, you risking your life. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
I chose trucking. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I chose trucking because I always researched that in trucking, the harder you work, the more money you're gonna make. And I didn't mind doing the hard work. That didn't bother me one bit. You know what I mean?
Mm. Mm.
But I
I went.
mean,
I
that
went to
being
college.
said, I wanted to be a cop. You know what I'm saying? And that being said, that's why I always say that, man. They deserve more money, in my opinion. You know what I
Yeah, with all the stuff that they got to deal with all the stuff they got to go through. and all that stuff that don't matter. You know what I'm saying? I think they really deserve more money. You
And
know?
I know, like you know how people say God is good, and sometimes God will point you in the right direction.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's true because, like, the way my mentor was back in the days, and I'm just being honest. I'm just being honest, people. 12 people left in here. I know I would have been a dirty cop. So God is
Really,
good, huh?
really.
Yeah, because I still had that hustle mentality in my mind, yo. You get what I'm saying?
I'm getting wasted. I'm getting wasted.
So maybe I wouldn't. Maybe I wasn't going in there for the right reason. I mean, in a way, I was. You know what I mean? Because I always like to help people, but I had that street hustle mentality, yo.
Street
You know what I'm
hustle.
saying?
Oh, okay.
So it's like if I would have combined that with that, oh my God. So I really do believe God point people in the right direction. You know?
You never, you never got caught. Hello?
Uh
Well, you're trying to be a cop. If you're trying to be a cop, that means you can't have a record. You understand what I'm
yeah, my record was clean as hell.
saying?
Yeah, it was clean. What about you? You went to college?
Yeah, I went to college, yeah, for criminology and African American studies with an intent of going to law school.
Yo, that
You know?
criminology, man, and all that stuff. It man, that's very interesting, man. All the stuff that they teach you.
Yeah, yeah. With criminology, you know what I'm saying, it's more like the study of crime. You learn why people committed the crime. Criminal
Yeah,
justice, you know what I'm saying? You're learning about the justice system and how the justice system works and operates.
yeah,
You know, yeah. So, what happened was that I wanted to go to law school, okay? But
yeah.
I didn't plan on probably like, using my, like law degree that I would earn over there.
Mhm.
I plan on having it by my name and try to become like owning a law firm or becoming like a CEO of a company or something like that. Okay.
Yeah,
Then fate, you know what I'm saying, took me into hospitality, and I love hospitality. When I love hospitality, I was a front desk agent. You know what I'm saying? I love doing it. You know. But then after that,
yeah,
I was about to almost get promoted too. You know. But then after
yeah,
that, COVID happened. When COVID happened, you know what I'm saying, they purged us all out. They let us all go. Unfortunately, then my brother was in trucking. You know what I'm saying? So when my brother got into trucking, I said, hey, let me see what this trucking thing about and all that stuff. At first,
yeah,
when I got into trucking, it was a struggle at first. I was scared of the big rig, dude. When I say I was scared, dude, I was scared of the big rig. I had to take some time off. But one day, I was behind on the bills and I was struggling and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? I had to just like slap myself, put some man on me, and say, hey, I'm gonna go drive this big rig. And I had to like put it in my mental mind that just only driving the truck, you know what I'm saying? Don't worry about the back, you know what I'm saying? What you do in the front of the truck is what you're gonna do in the back of the truck. You know. And I had to just put in my mind, I can do this, I can do this, I can do this, I just had to tell myself this 100 times every time I got into the big rig. And over a year's time span and all that stuff, you know what I'm saying, I was able to land a job and everything. I was able to be good and do good and help myself out. And the amount of money that I'm making right now, you know, is way more money compared to what I make in hospitality. You know, like I make like what, triple, double that the money that I was making over there in hospitality.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Oh man, that's good, man.
yeah, you know. Um, but you know what I'm saying. I see that, you know what I'm saying, because I ain't ever think I was gonna get my hands dirty like this. You know, I thought it was gonna be more of like in the office type stuff. You know what I'm saying, just like
Yeah,
working in the office, working in more like in the offices. So
yeah.
you know,
You
mhm.
think you would have been more happy working in the office?
In the hospitality, I probably would have been happy. You know what I'm saying, at doing what I'm doing, but the pay, I probably wouldn't have been happy with the pay. That's probably what it would have been.
Yeah,
You understand what I'm saying?
yeah,
Yeah. I know some people, you know what I'm saying, who want to do art, you know what I'm saying, but they don't want to go to school or major in art because coming out of college and all that stuff, there's no money in the art thing. You know what I'm saying? What they have to do, they have to major in psychiatry, go to medical school with a minor in art. You know, you understand what I'm saying?
yeah,
That way, they don't just follow only one short to only one career in art. You know,
Derek said he went from making $16 an hour to over 100K. $16 an hour, man. How much is that? $40 an hour, Derek. That's like what? Oh man, that's like what? I forgot. That's what?
16 times 40.
About 720, I think. Let me do the math. Oh, I know one thing. That's too low. 40 times 16. No, $640. Damn, what the hell would that pay nowadays, man?
For
$640.
for real, dude. That can't do nothing, though, dog. You know what I'm saying? That money gone, quicker than a virgin, man. Stop.
But
Let
the
me
funny
stop.
thing, yo, it's crazy because think about it. Like, so much people gonna be out there, man. Like, so much people trying to be grown, gonna be moving out their parents' house, and man, and don't want to get an education or don't want to get a trade. And this is what you're gonna be working for, man. You're gonna be forced to live with other people and forced to have roommates and two or three roommates, and this what y'all gonna be living for, man. Like it's gonna be hard, man. Sometimes people just gotta relax, have some patience, man. You know,
Yeah.
that's not where it's at.
I mean, sure. I even try to even put my friend on and brothers on all that stuff about the warehouse position, selector position that Cisco have down over there in South Florida. You know what I'm saying? Because I heard that these cats over there be getting like around 80, 90, 100 a year, though, man. I'm like,
Oh
what?
yeah, they made money.
They make good money over there, though, bro. They make good money over there.
Yeah, they made money.
They make good money over there, you know. I'm trying to see if I can put my cousin on, you know what I'm saying, with them. 'Cause, you know what I'm saying, he got into a little something, something. And, he need a better job. You know what I'm saying? I think he do like janitorial work or something like that. They ain't paying no janitors nothing.
Exactly.
Yeah. Because I ain't gonna lie, you know what I'm saying? Like, this money that I see right here, I ain't gonna lie. I ain't know what the heck I wanted to do. I was going stupid
Hey,
crazy.
Domino's, how Domino's pay over there? How Domino's paying?
They pay by the weight, by the mileage, and by the and by the hour, and by the trace. You know, if you're going out there with like 30,000 pounds, 36,000 pounds, just know that check gonna be pretty good. It's gonna be looking pretty good. And also by the mileage too. You know what I'm saying? Depending how far you be going, like if going over like what 1,200 miles and stuff. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna get paid.
So how much weight you need to make like a $2,000 check?
You need about a good 36,000.
So that's like 2 days worth of work.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
So if you run like a good let's just say like a 60,000 pound week, you're looking over $4,000 for the week.
Yeah.
And is it drivers taking out that over 60,000 pounds a week?
And what 6,000? Yeah, yeah. It depends, you know what I'm saying? Like how heavy they get, how heavy the stores get. You know what I'm saying? Some stores, you know what I'm saying, get like, really heavy, especially like, something like they got like a thing called Boost Week. Boost Week is where, you know what I'm saying, them cats like be like heavy, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like where they like be busy that week and all that stuff. And and they and stores, you know what I'm saying, meet their like sales quota.
What do you think like be the average paycheck over there for the week?
But like but I would say about a good 1,700, 1,800.
Oh, that ain't bad.
And again, you know what I'm saying, they got that $1,500 minimum over there.
At Domino's?
Heck yeah.
Oh, so if they don't have no work, at least you're gonna get 1,500.
They're gonna get 1,500. I
Snap.
got
Yeah, that's
one
good.
time. One time I was begging for my like more work and all that stuff. And God told me this that hey, you know what I'm saying, bro, you can just sit at home though, bro, and get that $1,500 minimum. But like I said though, bro, you know what I'm saying, what you put out is what you get back. Don't think that you know what I'm saying, you sit at the house, you know what I'm saying, you gonna, you know, get all this money and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gotta do nothing. It's gonna be all good and sweet. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for
I
real.
I had to learn that the hard way too. You know what I'm saying? It's another reason why I left the hospitality. You know what I'm saying? The first time, I thought I was gonna get a position one time, right?
Yeah,
I wasn't working. I wasn't, you know, working or anything like that. You know, and I ain't gonna lie, that job was sweet. I ain't gonna lie, we used to take like an hour break. You know, that job was like a joke to be honest with you and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? But it's still, you know what I'm saying, was my passion and stuff. Okay,
yeah,
new position came up and everything. You know what I'm saying? You know, uh, the boss at that time, you know what I'm saying, gave me like what, uh 3 days to learn the position, while he gave the new girl 2 to 3 months to learn the position with help. I didn't get no help or anything like that. Got passed over for position. I was in his office. We sat there arguing and everything about it and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? I was mad. I was furious and all that stuff. It made me question, you know what I'm saying, if I could even work or anything. You know, but kind of find out, you know what I'm saying, it was biased, but also I also blame myself too, my fault too, because I wasn't putting in the work that, what I'm saying, I should have been putting in, what I'm saying, to be able to try to get that position. You understand
yeah,
what I'm saying?
yeah. I get it.
Yeah. So
David
like,
said what I think about PFG in the St. Louis area, 28.50 hour. I think 28.50 hour. I think that's straight. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Pay as long as they pay time and a half. As long as you getting hours, you know. Um,
hey Claude,
yeah.
well, I'm gonna want to also talk to you, like, one on, you know what I'm saying, like, after this and all that stuff. I'm saying I gotta pump some gas, but you know what I'm saying.
All right, just
Can
hit
I
me
like
up.
Yeah, I'm gonna send you my like email like in the comments. You know what I'm saying? That way we could talk one on right quick.
All right,
All right,
all right, be easy.
be easy.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I think that's yeah, that's pretty 28.50, man. That ain't bad. I mean, there ain't nothing to skip to my loo about, but it ain't bad though.